All right, hello everyone. How are you today? It's Kay. So this is the 12th of March 2022 on Saturday. So I'm sorry I'm late because I had a phone call and a couple of things to do. So here I am right now. So yeah, good to see you everyone again. And I hope you're having a great weekend right now. Since this is Saturday, the markets are closed. So I guess I will just talk whatever topics. I will reply to your comments on the chat for the next 30-40 minutes and yeah, end the live. So this is a relaxing Saturday. So we just, relax and enjoy the conversation or talk until the end of the live today. Okay, so let me switch the screen. Okay, and a quick disclaimer. The content is all based on my own experience. So when you take trades, please do at your own risk. And also, since this is a live stream, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. And also, I only have web page, YouTube, and Twitter, and all the others are fake. So I don't have Telegram, I don't have Instagram, I do not have Facebook. So make sure that you don't receive any messages on these other accounts. I only use Twitter and YouTube and web page. And in case if you are wondered if that's me or not on the message or not, you can always write in an email. Please write in an email from the link below description and just confirm with me that's really me or not. But basically, I do not really send the direct messages on any SNS. So even Twitter, I close my direct message function. So if you get some messages from somewhere with my name, that's all fake. So just be careful. There are so many scammers out there in the world. All right, so let me say hi to everyone. Let's see. All right, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. I see Dirk, Franklin, and Carbon Fibonacci, Mahardika, and Lukman, Alex, and Kush. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. I see Anis, Muhammad, Richard, Eugene, and James. Good to see you too. And Butha, and Ismail, and Mahesh, and Marcus. Good to see you. Thank you for joining as well. And Benedict, and Lai, Aditya, Rexkan, sorry. And Jitendra, good to see you too. Ireno and Arkadis, Oscar, good to see you again. Thank you for joining. And Dink also, and Motosi, good to see you too. And Mori, and yeah, Marvin, Hoa, and Dragon, Katerina, and Chu, and Pratish, good to see you everyone. Thank you for joining. Okay, so I already saw some couple of comments here now, so let me see. Okay, Lai says, what strategy or technical analysis you use on trading gold? I use Ichimoku Kinko basically. So what I do is I use the Ichimoku Kinko in higher time frames. So I screen the charts with the daily or 4-hour charts, with Forex and gold also, and then I confirm it by 1 hour or 30, and then break it down to the 5 or 15 for the entry edges. So I have the structure with myself, and this is all based on my own experience. I never learned Forex from someone. I basically learned myself, and I created my own strategy myself with the Ichimoku multiple time frame analysis with the risk management. So yeah, even gold, I use Ichimoku Kinko with a default setting, and I take trades with that. Yeah, Ichimoku has been a very powerful tool for me. But originally, when I first saw Ichimoku, when I was still, still new to trade, I thought that was too complicated, and I never used it before. At the beginning, I was using moving average and also some other tools, some other indicators like RSI or these famous indicators. and I wasn't really paying attention to the Ichimoku Kinko because I thought it's complicated because Kumo shifted forward and Chikou span shifted backwards, and even Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen are not moving averages. So I thought it's complicated and I didn't use it before. But after losing some years, I started to apply Ichimoku with price action, and I started to see the power of it. And since then, for the last 8 or 9 years, I have been using Ichimoku, and it's giving me lots of profits every year. So yeah, it has been quite a journey. Looking back, my trade experience for the 9 years, it has been quite a experience, especially for the last 3 years. I was losing in break even for the yearly basis, so that was the most painful era. But I think this is something that everybody has to go through. Even if you win and with the lucky shots, maybe for the first month, in the second month or third month, you may not be able to run profit stably every month. So at some point, you need to have a structure. You need to have this set of the strategies to follow step by step from A to Z, from entry to exit. And I was struggling to create such a strategy myself. But after I made Ichimoku, everything became very simple and clear and also powerful. So if I still use moving averages, I might not be able to run make some profits, and also I might not be able to come to Dubai, first of all, because yeah, I don't know, maybe my performance might be lower because Ichimoku Kinko Hyo offers many aspects of the market, not only trending markets but also time cycles and also waves and this Hanne line concept. All these are so powerful. And also Kyushu legs, Kyushu ashi is also very important, very powerful. So, but if I didn't know all these and using only moving average, not only that I was not be able to make such profit, but also I didn't have a deeper level understanding of the market either. So I think this is quite profound indicator in the concept of it. So in my Ichimoku community, I write the 3 books right now: Ichimoku Basic Master Book and Ichimoku Basic Theories Book, and also Kyushu Ashi booklet. And I'm working to write the Kyushu Ashi book right now, and it's about to release. But yeah, it's Ichimoku Kinko Hyo is very deep, but you can study more and more, and you learn something new every time. Especially for me, every time I read these original books of Ichimoku, I learn a lot. And I learn something new. So that's how deep it is. And I output on the Ichimoku community members every week. But yeah, I think if I didn't know about the Ichimoku, or if I didn't read the Ichimoku original books, then maybe my understanding of market will be, much less. That's for sure. Yeah, let's see. Okay, I see Dink says, hi Kei, for KTS strategy, can you use Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Senko span for trend? Sometimes price can be below Kumo and Senko span A, below span B, and market can go up. This also qualify as trend. So let's see. Price can be below Kumo and Senko span A, below Senko span B. Okay, so that's downtrend. And the market can go up. If you have to follow the 5 lines of Ichimoku. So like when you see this market, let's say USDJPY, you see this is bullish because the Kumo is up, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen up, and Chikou span above candles, so it's bullish. So you better follow the Ichimoku trends. So I think what you say is Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Senko span A for trend. You can take Kijun-sen and Senko span A. That's possible, but you have to see a bullish Kumo when you follow Senko span A and Kijun-sen. If it's bullish, that's possible, but let's say maybe somewhere here when you see Senko span A up, sorry, Kijun-sen is up, Senko span A up, but you see the price below Kumo, like maybe here, perhaps. Okay, so if you see this example, oh, hold on, maybe I think this will be a better example. Okay, so like in this case, you see that the market is still within the Kumo. It's within the Kumo, but you see Kijun-sen is up, Tenkan-sen up, and Senko span A is bullish. I think you're asking this kind of question, but this is not the bullish trend in this time frame. It's not a bullish trend in this time frame, so you cannot buy. You have to wait until the market breaks the Kumo at least and look for the buy chance. Just because Senko span A up, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen up, you can't trade because this is still retracement, and this is only showing the market is finished the downtrend. So the market finished downtrend when you see Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen gold cross, but it doesn't mean that the market goes up from here. Sometimes market continue to be range, or sometimes after range market, the market may go down afterwards. So Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen cross or Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen angles below Kumo, like in this case, are not really reliable. So in the forward chart, you don't see the trend, but in a lower time frame, you must see the trend. So for example, in this case, instead of taking the forward chart, I would take the 1 hour to follow. You see, 1 hour has been bullish now. The Kumo is up. Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen. Kijun-sen flat, but Tenkan-sen is up. And market is above the Tenkan-sen Chikou span above candles. So in this case, I follow the uptrend, and you can exit when the market breaks Tenkan-sen. So if I just move the candles one by one, let's say I enter here, and the market goes up and down range. There's a new breakout in 1 hour. And when it retraces, I simply exit in 1 hour. So here you see the retracement, and Kijun-sen start to be flat again. And there's a breakout of the Tenkan-sen here. So this is when you can really exit. So you can take 1 hour to trade like this, but in the forward chart, still this is ranging. I mean, there was a Kumo breakout. But you see the Kijun-sen is flat and still within the Kumo. So in this case, I don't take the forward chart, but I take the lower time frame to follow the uptrend. And when it stops in the lower time frame, like 1 hour, when it stops uptrending, then I will simply exit. I think this is the most basic strategy with multiple time frame analysis. So if you're comfortable with that, I think you can do it. Next week, you can try. So, but the bottom line is that you have to confirm the trending market, trending time frame by Ichimoku, and follow that time frame. If trend happens in the daily, then follow the daily. If happens in a forward chart, then follow the forward chart. If it happens in 1 hour, then follow 1 hour time frame too for the trend. Yep. Okay, I see many people joining here now. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. All right, let's see. Aditya says, Mr. K, can you explain this Ichimoku? Can you explain this? Ichimoku is that the market moves towards the imbalanced directions. Yeah, so that means the market is up and down. Market is moving up and down, and there's always a balance, and that is the core philosophy of Ichimoku. So you can capture, and that is called equilibrium in the market. Equilibrium is the key concept of Ichimoku, and there are basically three levels of equilibriums. One is the Tenkan-sen for the short term, and second is the Kijun-sen for the midterm, and third is the Senko span B for the long term. So there are three kinds of equilibrium in the market in Ichimoku. And so the market just moves up and down, and by buyers and sellers in the market, when buyers are more than sellers, then simply the market goes up. When there are more sellers than buyers in the market, basically the market goes bearish. And that's very simple. As Goichi Hoso says, the market moves are very simple. It's either up or down or sideways. Nothing else. It's up and down, sideways, and that's it. So when the market is in equilibrium, when the market is balanced, that means, let's say, taking the Tenkan-sen as example, when market is exactly on the Tenkan-sen, that means in the short term, buyers and sellers are at the equal level. They are balanced. But when the market goes above the Tenkan-sen, that means there are more buyers than sellers in the short term. So that means bullish market. But when the market is below the Tenkan-sen, for example, like in this area, when the market's below the Tenkan-sen, that means there are more sellers than buyers. And so here you see the market was exactly on the Tenkan-sen, and it broke the Tenkan-sen bearish. So this is the moment when sellers are dominant than buyers. And this is considered to be the bearish market in Ichimoku. So the market is always, having balance in between buyers and sellers, and Ichimoku is capturing these balance in three different terms: in the short term, a midterm, and long term. So that's what it means basically. In Sanyaku Koten is actually a typical reverse from bearish to bullish. Like when you see Sanyaku Koten signal, like the Kumo breakout, here, this means that, so earlier, the market broke the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen. When the market breaks Tenkan-sen, that means the market is turning from bearish to bullish in the short term. And when the market breaks Kijun-sen, that means the market is now turning from bearish to bullish in the midterm. And when you see the market breaks Kumo, that means the market is from bearish to bullish in the long term. And this is actually, when you see the market breaks the Kumo, that means this is bullish. In this example, the market was retracing backwards, but kind of supported by this Senko span B, and it went up all the way like this way. But Kumo breakout means that the market is turning from bearish to bullish in all the terms, from short to long term. So yeah, really Ichimoku is all about the equilibrium in the market, or the power balance between buyers and sellers in the market. All right, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining, everyone. I do see many comments now. So let me check. Let me pick some other comments. Marwan says, now I use the Ichimoku, which is powerful when combined with Bollinger Bands. Yeah, Ichimoku and Bollinger Bands are also very good. I used to use Ichimoku with Bollinger Bands, and it worked very well. But now I'm using Ichimoku 5 lines only, because I don't need Bollinger Bands anymore to capture the market situation. So Ichimoku by itself is already very powerful, in my opinion. Sometimes I see people change the settings of Ichimoku, especially when it comes to cryptos or any markets. I see people change the indicator, change the settings, but I don't recommend to do it, because at least for me, even if it's cryptos, default Ichimoku setting works for me. So I think you better master the basics first before changing something else. Is I think the basics of mastery. People start to change things until before they master the basics. But once you master the basics, then you can change the settings. You can change the way you understand the markets by Ichimoku, because you have already enough knowledge and you know what to change. But if you don't know what to change before mastering basics, then I don't think that will be a good there will be a answer to such a change. So I'm using Ichimoku default settings on any markets that I analyze, and it has been working very well. Oscar says, sometimes I observe trends on 1 hour, but they are not in the forward chart and daily. Under which conditions do you consider trade under 1 hour acceptable? So if you don't see forward chart and daily chart, then you can take 1 hour. Yeah, but if you still see forward chart or daily chart trends on other markets, then you better focus on these other markets. Because even if you follow 1 hour, it's spiky. And you might be caught by these, some retracements along the way. So if I see other pairs trending in the forward chart or the daily charts, then I will focus on these. But I won't follow the 1 hour. Usually I don't. If I have time and if I feel like, then I will follow 1 hour. But most of the case, I stay away. Okay, let's see. TikTok says, I think a lot of people will be very interested if you do a vlog about your working day. Full-time trader, you can do it on my second channel. Oh, you mean like a day in the life video? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I can do that, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to post, but yeah, maybe I will just show you my regular day life from morning to nighttime. Maybe I can do before I go to bed. Yeah, I really want to show you how I screen charts and how many minutes or hours I spend per day to screen charts and take trades. If you see me, I think you'll be surprised, because I take very few minutes to trade per day. So I don't monitor charts all day. I don't monitor charts even hours. When I screen, I do it in few minutes, and when I make a trade decision, I also do it in few minutes, and simply once I set the break even, I leave charts. So, and after I set the break even, then I don't lose. So psychologically I'm safe, and I don't really look at the market. Maybe I will come back every 3 hours or 4 hours maybe, and if the market is still trending, then I simply try out the profits. But if it reverse, then I just take it, the break even or small profits. And that's what I basically do. But with this kind of relaxed state of mind, we can run profits so big. If you're not relaxed, then you'll be still, you'll be still attached emotionally to the chart or your positions, and you tend to think a lot about your running pips or losing pips, and you will be busy psychologically in the day. Even if you become a full-time, I think if you still do that, then I think that will be painful. But for me, I don't really care. I don't really look at the charts after setting the break even because I know I'm not losing, and I will relax on that day. So yeah, I think it's all about psychology. But yeah, if you see me, how many minutes I spend to screen and to take trades and to drag the stop losses to try out the profits per day, I think you will be very surprised. So I call myself as a full-time Forex trader because this is my main source of income. But it doesn't mean that I keep watching charts all day, every day. In some days, I don't even pay attention to charts. Sometimes I take a day off, usually Monday or Tuesdays. I take days off and yeah, don't really look at the charts. Sometimes intentionally, I'm away from the charts. Sometimes I shut down the PC, and not only the PCs, but also I shut down the phone, shut down the mobile, so that I don't receive any notifications. I don't receive any push notifications, or I'm kind of stay away from the markets in that way, psychologically or emotionally. So, and after a few hours, I turn on and I feel very fresh. I feel like this is the next day when I open the chart again within a day after long hours of absence. So yeah, it's really all about the psychology, I believe. All right, I see people coming here now. Thank you for so much. Thank you for so much joining here. Let's see. KK says, Mr. K, there is a small suggestion regarding of your channel. If you write Forex, pound Forex together, it will increase the chances for newcomers to find your channel. Oh, okay, thank you for the comment. Yeah, I think I put the Forex now. I put the Forex and Trader on the description, all the way to the end of the description. I put these, but yeah, I'm not sure if that's what you mean. Yeah, but for me, this is, I think, kind of my thing. But for me, YouTube is like my hobby. So I'm not really intending to have more subscribers. Of course, if there are more subscribers, then you can learn a lot, and I can share my impressions and also opinions about the markets to more people. That's good in that sense. But on the other hand, increasing the number of subscribers or increasing the viewers is not really my intention. I just wanted to relax, sit back, and whenever I feel like to, I do the live stream like regularly like this, so that when you happen to find me, that's good. But if not, then that's fine. I mean, I'm so relaxed person, so I'm not really greedy in terms of subscribers or in terms of profits. Also in Forex, I think it's the same. Whenever I'm called or I'm actually invited, then I will be there. If not, then I will be away. So yeah, I think that's just me, just my thing. But yeah, thank you for the suggestion. I will look into it. Yeah, let's see. Let me check some other comments now. Okay, Homan says, if forward chart is ranging but sell biased, and if 1 hour is uptrend, can we look for buy chance? If forward chart is ranging but sell biased, okay. If 1 hour uptrending, can we look for buy chance? In that case, you better wait until downtrend in 1 hour. Most likely in 1 hour, it's retracing while forward chart is going down. So you better wait for the retracement to complete, and you better wait until 1 hour start to go down along with a 4-hour chart direction. Then look for the sell chance. But if 4-hour chart start to be bullish after 1 hour breaks Kumo, for example, then you can look for a buy chance. So yeah, you better really know which time frame to follow. Sometimes time frame directions contradicts. Sometimes you see daily charts is up, and 4-hour chart is range, and 1-hour chart is down. In that case, I don't follow the downtrend in 1 hour, but instead I wait until 1 hour turns bullish along with the daily time frame, and then take trades. But if 1-hour chart keeps going down, then daily chart from bullish, at some point it becomes flat range. And then if 1 hour keeps going down, then daily chart will start to go downwards. And then I look for the sell chance. So basically I follow the major time frame directions. I either take the daily chart or the 4-hour chart directions. Okay, I do see many comments now. Let me check some. Tyrant says, "Hi Kay, when you place trade orders, what is your reasons of stacking the order? And do you use 1 to 2% risk of each of the trade?" Yes, I do. I do use 2% risk per trade. So I usually take 2 positions and I take 1% each on these 2 positions. So in total, I take 2% risk. And after I set the break even, then that means I don't lose, so I can take another trade. But until I set the break even, I won't take additional trades. Yeah, I will only do so after I set the break even line. John Harris says, Kay, I mentioned yesterday on ADC 84-hour chart waiting for the price breaking Kumo, Chikou span below and Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen cross. May you please have an analysis for next week? Yeah, let me give my analysis on the pairs tomorrow, because tomorrow I will be having a weekly forecast, and in here I will talk about these topics more details. But for today, since market's closed, let me focus on the some other topics. All right, let's see. Zulfadi says, "Hi, is it good idea to combine Ichimoku with EMA, MA strategy?" Yeah, you can use MA also, combining with the Ichimoku. That can be powerful too. But make sure you backtest before you put it into practice on the real trades. Kush says, since watching one of your videos, I now trade with all white candles and prefer it. Do you still trade with all white candles? Yes, I do. Yes. Whenever I do the live streams like this, I color white and blue. But when I watch the market personally, when I watch charts myself, I turn everything white. So like this, I prefer to have it all white and check charts like this. And even if you have all the white candles, you can still see whether it's bullish or bearish by recognizing the waves, N waves directions, and also candlestick patterns. You know it's bullish or bearish. So like in this case, you see starting from here, starting from this date over here, it was started to bearish N wave happened before it was bullish in wave. So this is exactly changed from bullish to bearish. And then after that, the market stopped bearish here and then start to be bullish. So you can simply tell by these white candles whether it's bullish or bearish. So I prefer the white candles. So if I screen charts by myself, I do it all white But because of this explain purposes on YouTube or some other members, I color one with blue, because so that if you are new to trading, you can also know that it's bearish or bullish. But yeah, it's good to hear that you are perfecting. You prefer the white candles. If you haven't tried it, please you can do it also, and you see the power of it. Alex says, day in the life of a trader to show new traders reality. Yeah. The reality is very, very, I would say very, I would say boring. Yeah, the reality of the trader is very boring because there is no excitement, there is no emotion when you take trades, exit entries. You basically systematically do it. Unlike other jobs, unlike, for example, entertainment job, when you play music or when you do some performance, for example, you have to have energy to entertain others. But in trading, you don't have to. You don't have to entertain. You don't have to put emotion. It's very like a systematic and mechanical. So I think the reality would be very boring and not really creative. It's logical and yeah, very structured, I would say. That's a reality. But yeah, that's a good title for the second channel when I upload the day in the life of a trader video. Yeah, let's see. Val says, how do I know that the level is achievable in taking profits? For example, if there are 3 resistances, where to stop or exit? If you see 3 resistances in a daily time frame, then that will be the target. You can put the target there, and once the market reaches there, you can just exit. Yeah, but for me, I don't set the TP. As long as it goes, I try other profits. Otherwise, I won't be able to make over 400 pips on Euro AUD this month. Yeah, so I prefer not to put that TP, but yeah, if you want to take profit at some point, then I think the target will be on the daily chart or the weekly resistance. Yeah, I don't recommend you to take like 1 hour resistance because 1 hour resistance, volatile resistances, it can penetrate easily. But daily or the weekly resistances are more rigid, so I think you prefer to take these as a target. Let's see. So yeah, briefly speaking, gold is now very aggressive. So let me just briefly talk about that. So yeah, here's gold. Starting the daily time frame, it's retracing backwards, but still the market is above the Tenkan-sen. So this is in equilibrium. This is still bull biased. Technically, the close price is above the Tenkan-sen. So in Ichimoku way, this is bullish. In bullish in the short term, and bullish in the midterm, and bullish in the long term. So the buyers are winning from short to mid to long term. So it's bullish. But once the market goes, breaks the Tenkan-sen and comes down like this, then in the short term, sellers are winning and buyers losing. But from mid to long term, buyers are losing and buyers are winning and sellers losing. And the market breaks Kijun-sen, that means sellers winning from short to mid-term, buyers winning in the long term. And when the market breaks Kumo, bearish, that means from short to long term, all the sellers are winning and buyers losing. So Ichimoku really shows the equilibrium like in this way. So now, technically speaking, price is above Tenkan-sen in the daily chart, so this is still bullish. in the daily chart. Yeah, let's see. Aung says, Hi Kei, I want to know what is the difference between Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Kumo-ebi, or do they interact with each other? Yeah, so that's what I mean. Tenkan-sen shows short-term, Kijun-sen's mid-term, and Senko Span B as long-term. So you can actually call it as a participants. Like there are participants in the market, short-term participants, and mid-term participants, and long-term participants. And you will know how they think about it and how they behave as market moves up and down. Tenkan-sen technically takes 9, and Kijun-sen takes 26, and Senko Span B takes 52. So for the last 9 days, if the market is above Tenkan-sen, for the last 9 days, that means buyers are winning than sellers in average. If market is above Tenkan-sen, that's what it means by equivalent participants. So the short-term participants are winning in this situation. And mid-term participants, and long-term participants. Okay, so let me pick a few other comments and end the live. Bruce says, Mr. K, how you handle the psychology of war pressure? To be honest, I don't trade by the news, and whenever the market happens in Forex, I capture it, and whenever it ends, I just don't trade. That's it. So, and I don't really expect which currency becomes strong next week, which currency becomes weak next week. I don't really expect that. Whatever it comes, I follow it. And when it ends, I finish it. That's it. Amiro says, I see, is your foremost approach basically momentum price action? Yes, I do see price action and also Ichimoku lines. I can't trade by the Ichimoku lines only. I do look at the price action and the candlestick patterns. For sure. Yes. I'm Hardika. Thank you for joining. And thank you for the reminder for the like button. So if you like it so far, please press the like button before you leave. That would be great. Alright, thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you here. Eugene says, my experience, Ichimoku formed within a new mindset. Okay, within me, a new mindset. I'm now ready to learn. Kei's interpretation of the original works is truly valuable. Thank you so much, Sensei. You're welcome, Eugene. You're welcome. Thank you for the statement. Yeah, it's been my honor to be able to share my thoughts about the market with the Ichimoku. And I said that this before, is that even if I'm not a Japanese, I will be using Ichimoku, and that is for sure, because Ichimoku taught me a lot. Not only how to trade, but also the philosophy and concept of Ichimoku really, changed my mind. And this is like Zen mindset or the Buddhism mindset, which I'm also interested. I'm not a Buddhist, but I like to read some books about the Buddhism, and also, in Japan culture. We practice Buddhism, without knowing it, we practice it. So I think it's kind of built in myself. So go with the flow, or, stop when you have to stop. You have to be patient and discipline. All these are actually built in myself. And that's why I think when I read the Ichimoku original book first, it actually changed my mind. And actually, it actually technically didn't change my mind, but actually it centralized myself. So that's why I use Ichimoku. But once again, if I'm not a Japanese, then I will also be using Ichimoku too. Yeah, I'm not using Ichimoku just because I'm a Japanese. Yeah, just because I read Japanese language, I understand Japanese, I'm not using Ichimoku. I simply like the concept and use it. But yeah, thanks for the statement. I really appreciate that. Pratish says, what were the trading mistakes you did initially? Oh, many. I didn't put the stop loss. I didn't calculate the lot size. I didn't calculate the risk management. Risk per trade, I didn't care. And yeah, many mistakes. I screened many charts, maybe 40 pairs, 50 pairs, including exotics I used to screen. And I was too greedy to look for opportunities at the beginning. Yeah. So please be selective is my message for the beginners. Be selective in terms of which one to trade, which one not to trade. The market's moving every day, 24 hours, almost 24 hours every day, the market's moving, but it doesn't mean that you have opportunities every day. You have to understand this first. So you have to be selective, and that is my message to the beginners. Okay, so I do see many more comments, but I guess I will be ending the live and switch to the Ichimoku membership live. So yeah, I think that's it for now. But yeah, once again, thank you for joining everyone. And it's been my honor to be able to do this every day on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I hope you continue to learn, not only with my channel, but also you can watch other channels, you can read the books, especially read the Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. That is my Bible. So read that book also and study yourself. Study yourself, practice, and try to be selective in the market is my message. Okay, so yeah, once again, thank you for joining everyone. And I will see you in the next one. So until I see you next time, please have a great weekend and stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Right? Bye for now, everyone. Mata ne. Thank you.